So we're going to talk about the product rule of differentiation. So it's the product rule of differentiation. And it's to do with if you have two functions multiplied together and you want to differentiation, I've done well, haven't I? If you want to have the derivative of that, then how do we find it? So for example, if I have f of x is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1. Alright, well that's easy. You just do, well, f dash x, you just take the derivative of each one is equal to 2x plus 2. But what if we had, well, f of x is equal to x squared outside of 2x plus 1. Well, one approach is you could expand it. And then we could say, well, f dash x is equal to 6x squared plus 2x. So that's fine. We could expand. But what if we had this instead? If I had g of x is equal to, well, x squared outside of the square root of 4x plus 1. What about this? Question mark, question mark. And so this is where we think of the product rule. So what I do is I've got two functions here. And so we need to think of it as two separate functions as a product. And I've got to call the first one u, and I've got to call the second one v. And the rule that helps us differentiate, now you can expand this, but there have got to be lots of functions which we can't, and it makes it much quicker just to use the product rule. The product rule is for f of x equals uv, as in two functions multiplied together, we have f dash x, the derivative, is equal to v u dash plus uv dash. Now, the way to think about it is it's just the sum. It's the sum of, the order doesn't really matter, the second function multiplied by the derivative of the first function plus the first function multiplied by the derivative of the second function. And then in that way we find its derivative. Right, now this basically avoids having to expand things out. And so if we have a look at it, we can try, and I'll do this g of x one later as well. So let's have a think first about a couple of more straightforward ones. So we've got example. Now, what about this? Well, I'll show you the first one that we did. F of x is equal to x squared 2x plus 1. Now, probably you would just expand this, but I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to label the first thing u, and v is this one. Right, it's a good idea to label which one's which. So, f dash x is equal to 2x plus 1 times the derivative of u, which is 2x, plus x squared is u times the derivative of v, which is 2. And if we do this, it's going to be 2x plus 1 plus 2x squared, which I expand, 4x squared plus 2x plus 2x squared is equal to 6x squared plus 2x, which is comforting to know.